For the second time in less than 24 hours, a tanker tied to Russia's so-called shadow fleet has been struck off the coast of Turkey. And the big question now, is Ukraine expanding its sea drone campaign? We begin with the vessel at the center of today's headlines, the 115,000 DWT tanker Virat. Turkish officials say the ship was attacked again this morning, just hours after a previous strike. The incident happened off Turkey's northern Black Sea coast, close enough for rescue teams to respond quickly, but alarming enough to raise fears of a deliberate, coordinated operation. And it wasn't alone. Late Friday, another tanker, the 150,000 DWT Kairos, also went up in flames. Both ships, Kairos and Virat, were hit in rapid succession, and both are described by sanctions monitors as part of Russia's shadow fleet, vessels used to keep oil flowing despite international restrictions. Turkey's transport minister, Abdülkadir Arolagulu, said crews first believed the Kairos had hit a mine. Then word came of an explosion on the Virat. And crucially, investigators now say both blasts show signs of external interference. That means a mine, a missile, a drone, or even an unmanned sea vessel, the type Ukraine has used repeatedly in the war. But there is still no confirmation of who was behind it. Ukraine has conducted multiple successful naval strikes on Russian military and commercial vessels, often using explosive sea drones. However, most of those operations happened in the northern Black Sea, nearer to Crimea. These attacks, much farther south, near Turkey, would mark a significant expansion of the battlefield. Despite the flames and heavy smoke, authorities say all crew members survived. 25 sailors were safely evacuated from the Kairos, and all 20 aboard the Virat are reported safe, though the Virat's engine room was filled with smoke. Satellite tracking shows both ships had been operating across a wide region, from the Bosporus to Novorossiysk to ports in China, Turkey, and India. And both have a record of switching off their automatic identification systems, a common tactic among vessels evading sanctions. The United States, the European Union, the UK, Switzerland, and Canada have all sanctioned the Virat. The Kairos is also under European and British sanctions. Open Sanctions, a group that tracks illicit shipping networks, says this shadow fleet generates billions in revenue for the Kremlin, using flag hopping, shell companies, and obscured ownership to keep oil exports alive. So, what does this mean now? If these attacks are indeed part of a new Ukrainian strategy, they would strike at the heart of Russia's sanction-breaking oil trade. Not in Russian waters, but near a NATO member's coastline. That alone raises major diplomatic stakes. For now, Turkey is still investigating. Ukraine has not claimed responsibility, and Russia has yet to issue a full reaction. But what's clear is this: the Black Sea, already one of the world's most volatile maritime zones, may be entering a new phase of the conflict, one where commercial tankers become the next front line.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.